my late husband really imparted upon my son that if anything were to happen to him, he was the man of the house. He's an only child, by the way.
Wow.
So
yeah.
When my new husband came in, there's this power dynamic that's playing out between the two of them to where they can't even communicate.
That must, first of all, there's no secrets in the trailer. And, Miss, I don't know how you put up with that. That's got to be very tough.
There's no secrets in it.
Yeah, that's got to be really tough. By next year this time, both your husband and son will be at the border armed, looking south, keeping us all safe.
That's right.
Thank you. God bless.
The excitement is building. I'm on the road this Friday, Saturday. I'm going to be in Naples, Florida. Then I got Washington, D.C., Ridgefield, Connecticut, Kingston, New York, my favorite place. Then I'm going to Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to be in London, Manchester, and Birmingham, England with Jim Florentine. Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto, Canada with myself. I'm going to be in Dallas. I'm going to be in Fort Worth, Fargo, Bakersfield, San Diego, Rochester, Denver, Eugene, Oregon, Bend, Oregon, Huntington, New York, Bangor, Maine. People have been asking me to come to Maine, up to Stephen King's hometown. Then I'm going to be at Foxwoods in Connecticut, and I finish up the year at the Wilbur in Boston. JimNorton.com for tickets.
Jim, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Dave. This is I very rarely get to see you in short sleeves. I noticed that the second you walked in. Like, that's how I know it's nice out, that you're in short sleeves.
It's a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful apartment. I'd like to thank you and Nikki for having me here. It's been so long since I've been invited into someone's home. I didn't know whether to take off my shoes or my pants.
I would say both. I was hoping for both. You took off neither.
Thank
You're
you.
going to make me work for it. Are you a shoe taker offer in your house, or you don't care?
Not in my house, no. Anything goes.
You don't give a shit?
No, I have a stone floor.
You do?
Yes. To keep it real, stoic. You get up, you get out of the shower. Ooh, you're awake.
You're on rock.
Yep.
It's funny how most of my conversations with you in the last few years have been about decorating our apartment. Like every time I see you, that's what we talk about. It's like, so how you seeing that guy? I got a guy painting. I'm going for a sofa.
I don't even want to tell everyone out there how much it was, but I just repainted after 10 years and did some lighting, and I redid my little deck outside, and it was a lot. It was a lot of money, and I was like, whoa. But I was thinking that the boom would continue, this comedy boom. So I wasn't really looking forward. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I stopped decorating. I have nothing on my walls right now.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
You're plain.
Yeah, like an institution. You walk in and you're like, this is some kind of treatment center. There's nothing to trigger anyone in that apartment.
Do you have I can never feel like being married now, it's a little different, but I can never feel like it's done. Like especially when it's just me here, it's never done. There's always this thing, and then I have all of it, and then I'm sick of it, and I got to start from zero again.
No, I love like how you guys do it here, because you got great space, you got great light coming in here. I assume that fireplace is that a real thing?
It does, yeah, but it was a big clunky one that I kind of had fixed, and the dog cage in the back.
Yeah. That's a dog cage?
That big thing is.
I thought that was for
or me if I'm gimping.
Yeah, when you guys are
if I'm
role
gimping.
playing. I thought.
Do you ever have a pet? This is my first dog.
Yeah. Growing up, we had tons of dogs. We had fish. We had turtles. We had all that kind of stuff. But being on the road all the time, I haven't had a dog. I haven't had a girlfriend. I haven't had anything. It's just basically a lot of bags.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like travel bags. Those are like, I talk to them.
I stepped. I was taping the UFC podcast today. And by the way, call in if you want to say hello. Ask for some advice from some qualified. Can you roll that up, Mike, so I can see the number? 720-820-1337. If you have any advice you need from two sage advice.
I don't know about
givers.
Me, Jim.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I'm on the no.
All
right. Well, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, and if it's not bad, so what? If they jump, they jump. It's not our problem. We'll never hear about it.
It's all you can do.
It's all you can do.
But yeah, I remember you were telling me I have all these prints and what helps decorating? Having interests.
Yes.
Having interests outside of just living there. And I don't. I really don't. I was like, should I go with a rust? I'm like, no. And I brought people in, and that was a mistake. They were throwing up their hands. So, but Modi, the comic Modi, great guy, he was the first who initially helped me pick the furniture and all that kind of stuff. And the furniture is way better than, I live in one room basically.
Yes.
By the computer. When I'm not in bed, I'm in that room, and I'm just doing the computer stuff, and that's it. So most of my time is spent in hotels.
And if you want to call in, we'll end the IG Live right now. Feel free to call in 720-820-1337, and we will fix your life or destroy it.
Wow.
Cares.
A lot of pressure, huh?
Yeah, no, zero pressure. It doesn't matter to me if they make it or if they don't. I wish them
It's
well.
good for you to separate from the audience.
100%. If you live, you live. If not, hey, we gave it our best shot. Modi, by the way, also helped me here. He's like,
he's great.
He's great.
Too busy now, by the way. The guy is killing it out on the road, crushing it all over the world. Modi is crushing it.
Modi is, to me, fascinating. He's a guy, like, why doesn't Netflix do a special with more, like, he talks to Hasidic and Orthodox Jews, like, very hard audiences.
That's why. Bad timing.
Yeah, he really should have. He really did pick the wrong God. But I've been saying for 10 years that fucking Modi, they should do it because his life is so, and he's out and he's talking about his husband.
Yeah.
And like he walks this fine line and he's so funny that people love him anyway. I'm so happy that way things are like going for him.
He's awesome. Leo, that's his person.
His husband,
so good. And like, what I like about Modi and guys like Modi is that they're self-starters. They're not waiting for someone to go, hey, we have a sitcom for you, or hey, audition. They do it. They go out and they do it. And, I don't know if you've been on the road lately. Ticket sales are tough.
Yep.
I'm old. My audience is getting old. And, I'm kind of losing a lot of the oomph to get out there. I do it mostly now because, I love performing. All the other stuff I hate. But with my, my mom, primary care, like it's real expensive to keep her, and that kind of thing. So I'm kind of like in this kind of bind right now. But things are changing big in comedy, and like I don't know if I'm going to be a part of it or not, but you got to have the want, you got to have the need to do it. So
it is. Ticket sales can be. You said tough, but I think if you're talking about me, you meant to say non-existent. It can be humiliating, but I've never met a curtain I didn't like on a Saturday late show.
Yeah, that's the point, and it's like. You don't even know, like, I'm like, wow, what happened here? I was here a year ago. It was way better. So anyway, that's what we're up against.
Yeah.
It's the life we chose. So.
But do you feel like, because it's easy for me to tell you, because I know you from the outside for a long time, but do you feel how much, like, comedians love you, or is it for you?
I'd rather not. I don't like any of that.
You don't like it, yeah.
I really am a self-hating person, and that's why I'm like, advice. I'm like, dude, get a plastic bag, put it over your head. That's my advice for myself.
It's my advice for myself, too.
So, but for you, Jim, like, I get to watch you in small doses at the Comedy Cellar, like the early show when I do the early show.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call it, the founder show. Like we're kind of like Brubaker. We're like the old cons. This is like the time we get to go on you, me, Keith, those people.
Oh.
So, but when I can see you, it's like, what I love about you is you don't care what the audience does. You have what you want to do, and you do it, and you don't pander like I pander.
No,
I'm
you
like,
don't.
hey, blah, blah. I mix it up with them. But you really like are someone I enjoy watching, and
Thank you.
think that I don't know. Are you doing a special? Are you going to do one? What are you thinking?
I shot one already. We have it. It's we shot at the Village Underground, and we just did the final edit. Like I sent in the final notes yesterday.
So how many in between the last one? How many is this? Like how many years?
Between the last one was for Netflix. The last hour was 2017.
Okay.
And then I did The Degenerates in 2019, and then the pandemic hit, so that was kind of like that. And I shot this. I did a CD after that because it was all pandemic material. Nobody wanted to see that shot the year after the pandemic.
See, for me, like now that I did mine last year, like I don't see another one coming. I mean, the joke writing is so difficult right now. Like I don't know, maybe my head's all over the place, but it just seems like forever to get a good set together, and I'm out on the road. I'm really trying. I'm grinding, but I honestly don't think like Sam and Mark Norman. These guys are like machines. They're out there. They're in it. And I kind of like tip of the hat to these guys because I used to be that way, like fanatical. Now I don't got it. I mean, I'm 60 years old. So
you still got it though. But like even if you feel differently, people
listen.
don't know
I have
it.
to go to the bathroom on a flight 3 or 4 times.
So do I.
Okay, good.
So do I. And at
me.
least once I get up and do it, the other time in my trousers.
Now let's hear those calls.
Caller, you're on the phone. I heard a noise. I don't know what that was. Maybe he was about to go, and we took too long. That was the ladder kicking over.
Oh, first one, kind of a swing and a miss.
That happens. It happens.
It does happen sometimes.
Yeah, we'll clean it up in post.
It's quite all right.
Hey, little Jimmy, what's going on, bro?
What's your name?
My name is Mike. I'm so excited to talk with you.
Hi, Mike. Welcome to the show. You're on with myself and Dave.
Hey, Dave. Yo, Jimmy, I have a awesome picture of you and I from Mohegan Sun from a couple years ago, and I love it.
I was just thinking about that photo. I never got a copy of it. You never sent me a copy of that photo of us at the Mohegan Sun.
Yeah. This is like my life.
You
too.
know what the worst part is? I tried to send it to you on Insta, and it didn't go through.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're blocked.
But again, I'm not that pandering.
What's up, buddy?
Jimmy, I like a lot of the things that you like, and I've definitely emailed you about this in the past, but like you go for a massage and you're in the nether area and you get that little surprise, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
How do you go about accepting it and maybe taking it to the next level without like overthinking it?
Honestly, good question. It depends on the situation. I'm a little out of practice with that because I am married, I say with great regret, so I miss a lot lot of I would
encounters, I believe they were called.
Thank you, Dave. They were called an encounter, an adult, an entanglement.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make it happen? It's a kind of an unspoken thing between you and the therapist. Like if you kind of feel like they're going in that direction, if they're brushing your asshole with their finger.
Well, we're dancing around it. What are we talking about here? Is this a happy ending?
So wait,
possibly a happy ending.
I'm talking about like the next level with maybe like experimenting with like, let's say like a ladyboy kind of thing, Like how do you kind of do that? How do you take that next step?
At the Mohegan Sun? Sir, I don't think you're going to find that there.
Yeah, she's the one on the roulette table, but she's
I'm
not spinning it with her fingers. Big penis. I would say if you want to experiment, just call. There's plenty of escorts, trans escorts, or on Instagram. Dude, my Instagram is full of fucking hot trans girls showing off their bulge. So just go on Instagram, get into my algorithm, sir, and you will absolutely find somebody you can go to OnlyFans and watch. But yeah, it's not hard to meet somebody. Just go online or fucking go to a trans dating site.
No, if I can, I remember when Kamala Harris did the show to get out the word. But I would say that's great, dude. Experiment. Go out there.
Yeah, experiment.
Yeah, why not?
Call back and let us know how you did, sir.
Yeah.
Godspeed. Thank you for the phone call.
Not bad. I feel like we helped someone.
Jimmy,
I think so too. I get a lot of those calls too for people.
No, why? Oh.
Have you ever or no? Never.
Oh, in a blackout, who knows? But I would tell you that does Nikki get a little jealous with all this kind of like rough talk?
She doesn't care.
God bless her.
If you were trans and I was fucking you out here, she'd still be playing with the dog in the other room and wouldn't care and still laughing at me stepping in shit.
That is
this
a
morning.
cute dog, though.
He is adorable.
What's his name?
Taffy.
Oh, I love it. I was hoping to have two little dogs and I would call them Hair and Makeup. Hair and Makeup, because I'm an old show business.
You sure are. You're an old theater kid.
Yeah. Hair and Makeup, I need you right now.
And they'd say, but you're already made up. And then they scamper in.
They just lick me. Oh, showtime.
Now, are you ready to secure your position as mom's favorite? Get her something from Steven Singer this Mother's Day. That's all it takes. Every year I go to Steven Singer to help my mother, actually to help myself, to get mother a gift. Hold on, Taffy, shut the fuck up. Bring Get mother. We've already told you how awesome Steven's jewelry is. He's been a friend for years. It's sold at the best prices from a trustworthy guy. But if jewelry isn't mother's thing, check this out, huh? Steven Singer just launched this limited edition 24-karat gold-dipped blue moon rose. It really is gorgeous. Every year he comes up with a great new color, and this is really beautiful. They're actually roses dipped in 24-karat gold. They're guaranteed to last a lifetime. I love them. I get them for my wife. I get them for my sister. Even little Taffmeister back there. Taffy, would you like a rose, Taffmeister? See, the dog loves them. I love them. The whole family loves them. Comes with your own personalized Mother's Day notes. You don't even have to make anything up. Just whatever they want to say. Or maybe a personalized one you have to make up. There we are. See? Just a few minutes late with the fucking cue. All right. Goddamn dog. Shipping is always free. Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry, because these are not going to be restocked and supply is limited and they're going to run out. Nothing says I love you like a real, authentic Steven Singer 24-karat gold dip rose. It lasts forever. Only available from Steven Singer Jewelers down there at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philadelphia, or go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Let me come up with a slogan. Steven Singer roses when your mom needs a rose. Good news, bad news. Here's the bad news. I am an old man with glasses, and I just tried to read the copy without them. I'm like, huh? But here's the great news. I have the penis of a young man. That's right. It's in my closet in a box. No. Thank you to Blue Chew tablets. My penis operates the way it used to operate. It really is the worst. That's the worst part about getting older is, look, it's harder to find things that drive you crazy and just get you full mast. Sometimes you need a little nudge. Blue Chew tablets are the perfect little nudge. Have better sex with Blue Chew. It's the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. They're erection-enhancing tablets, and they help guys achieve a stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erection for sexual activities. I don't know why they need to say for sexual activity. That really would be creepy. They help you achieve a longer-lasting erection for that ride on the bus in the morning, or for standing on a crowded subway, or when you're going down to the pool in white trunks with no lining. There's so many worse things you could do with this. But be ready when she needs it. There's nothing worse than panicking. You take a little pill, chew it up, you wipe the blue stuff off your teeth, you have a glass of water, and I have found tremendous success with these. It's my favorite product to plug because everyone knows how much I love my penis. That's the first thing I say in the morning. I love you. And my wife goes, thank you. And I go, not you. I'm talking to it. It's not a he or she. I haven't asked yet. Now, great sex is a few clicks away. You sign up at BlueChew.com. You consult with one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you're going to receive your prescription in a few days. You have to be approved, which is good. They're being responsible. You don't just want some idiot to hand you a pill that is going to make your life a whole lot better. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA. They're prepared and shipped directly to your door. This is great. You don't have to go to the pharmacy and stand in line with your bad posture and your sweatpants with no bulge, and then you walk right up and she's like, erection difficulty, sir? And you're like, no, allergies. But she's right about that too. Blue Chew is not going to stop till every man is bricked up like a brick house. Stop saying brick. We know what you mean. Till every penis is standing tall. Until the days of it lackadaisically laying on your thigh. That's what my penis looks like. Just laying on my thigh. It's humiliating. It's almost like it's got its like feet up. That's my balls, and my penis is just lounging. It's not what you want. You want like a Marine. You want attentive. More horsepower. Enough said. You guys understand. Blue Chew's going to get you harder 2 to 4 times. Wait, hold on. Let me restart that line. Okay. Blue Chew is going to get you harder than a 2 times 4 in a winter taking a math test. I don't know what that means. Harder than keeping eye contact at a Hooters. That I know it means. Although if you're a foot fetish, you can just look shy and stare at her tootsies. You could be missing out on the best sex of your life. They say there's nothing sexier than confidence. Blue Chew can help give you confidence where it counts. It truly has helped me. That's why I'm so excited to talk about it. A Blue Chew. We can all relate to wanting to feel more confident, especially in the sack. Stop letting it humiliate you. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's BlueChew. And here's the special deal for my listeners. They say our listeners. It's my listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew for free. Use the promo code Norton. You pay $5 shipping. That's it. It's free. You say Norton, and that automatically gets you stirring in your trousers. When you say my name, doesn't it move just a little bit? Norton. What? It just it moseys up. What? That's promo code Norton. BlueChew.com. More details and important safety information, of course. We really do thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast, but more importantly, for helping my penis. It is cute. I'll be very honest how mad I got. I was about to tape the pot. I was barefoot, and he's not allowed in my office. And I not only stepped in a fresh log of shit. It's the first time I've done it.
Yeah.
I had to be on the air in 2 minutes, but I kind of stepped and put my weight forward and slid.
Oh, yes.
I slid with the fucking the ball of my foot into the rug.
God.
I'm
Does
sure
he not go outside or no?
He does some. He won't shit outside, though. He'll pee outside. But he's a spoiled brat. My wife spoils him.
My mom's dog's just like that. We have to put down pads for her and him, because she has dementia. So it really is a tough stroll in that house.
Your special, by the way, was so great. Again, I know you don't like hearing that, but
I like when people bring up my work. I don't like when
it.
they bring up an old credit, or
I love that special. I haven't watched the special through in years. And I watched that from beginning to end. And you reminded me of when you said your mom is something about, you said something, but the punchline was it's time for her to come inside. And
yeah, that was the ramp. Yeah. One of my, thanks, Jim, for bringing that up. Like, you know, I have to tell you that special was like, you know, I wanted to be short. I think we talked about it on your other show and everything. Wanted to be short because people's attention spans are small. But like at the end of the day, like it's really hard to like live down your old credits and like, you know, me with the, you know, Insomniac and everything like that. So whenever I do meet a real comedy fan who like knows my jokes and all that kind of stuff, I'm like excited again.
Yeah.
So for the comedy fans out there, please come see me, you know, and I love talking about the other comics you see and, you know, going to see Jim, and there's so many great ones out there. And I know there's so many tours going on at the same time, but when you come see me, I really appreciate it. I'm not just saying that. So just wanted to get that out.
What was the name of his Hot Cross? What was the name of that?
Hot Cross Buns.
What was the name? What is that?
That's the song that you learn on the recorder. It's like the first thing you learn on the recorder. So I wanted to get the whole room playing it. And I did that at Cobb's, which is probably one of my best clubs and my best audiences. Like around the country, there's like some like really deep, great comedy scenes. You know, Portland, Oregon, DC, of course, San Francisco. There's a bunch, you know. And I would say that like it was great to do it there. Like, you know, the room was awesome. My director, fantastic, and Scott Gowlick. And, you know, I think that they took what I did and they took it to the next level. So, you know, thanks to editing.
Yeah. Are you good at letting somebody else have control, or do you have to control every single line of it?
We put so much time and work into it because like there was like two elements. There was the recorder element, which is like the last 10 minutes, and then there was the beginning element. And I also like I said, like, you know, I don't mind breaking the actual special, because the old days of that, like, you know, just basically an hour of material. I think no matter who you are, after 15 minutes, you're going to go like, man, I really have to I want to look at my email or something like that, you know. So it's difficult. It's really hard to lock someone in. You know?
Yeah, mine came out to like 50 minutes, and
that's great.
Anything under an hour. You're right. Nobody wants.
The only problem is touring afterwards. Like in the past, it would be like I'll go out there, I'll mix it up. But now it's like you should save some material for when you go back out.
Oh no, I treat it like rock and roll. They're going to get all the hits.
That's fantastic. That'll give you time for your theories and whatnot on stage. You know, people. Okay, go ahead.
All right, who else is on the? Who else would like?
It's going to be hard to top that mic.
Life-saving advice. No, I hope we helped him. Don't care if we did.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the phone. Good. Hello?
Hi, this is Brad S.
Hello, Brad. That's Brad. There's two of you. Boo.
Yes.
Go ahead, Brad. I'm reeling from that one. What's up?
That's a good one. I was wondering, I have a friend, right, he's a congressman. He was recently sentenced to, I want to say 7 years in jail.
I haven't heard about that.
I don't know. First of all, I don't know how he's going to survive without pussy. But secondly, what advice would you have for him going into jail?
That's a great question.
Is it?
It's an excellent question. I would advise embrace the bottom in you. Jesus. Embrace that feminine side. Isn't that what De Niro talked about in Cape Fear? Got me in touch with my feminine side. George Santos, yes. They threw a lot of time at him. I've been texting with him. He's been nervous.
You have?
Yeah, I know. We had him on the podcast. He was great, very funny, and he's a nice guy. I felt bad. I look, he fucked up. Jail is one thing, but 7 years I thought was way too much. But
is that who we're talking about?
That's him. Yeah, that's who he's alluding to. So I would say that would be my advice.
So Brad, how do you know him?
Yeah, how do you know him, Brad? Brad's?
Oh, you know, he's a friend.
Wow, this guy has more friends than I do. Are you from Long Island?
Yeah, man. Well, thanks anyways. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Brad.
Awesome.
That was pretty good advice, I think. Just embrace it.
I like how you just dug in.
I have to. Wow. I knew who he was talking about.
You're great.
And I think, what would I do? He's not going to go to a maximum security jail, though. Like, he's not going to go to a place like where you go if you're like a hardcore, like fucking violent felon.
Still jail.
It sucks. But I mean, the idea of being raped there is probably not as strong as it would be.
He's a congressman, for God's sakes. He's going to shake some hands. Go ahead. What else?
All right, who else we got?
These are downers.
Yeah, I know. How about somebody who needs something?
Hello.
Yeah, I like that. This is a man who needs help.
Hey, Jim?
Yep, I'm Jim and Dave.
Jim, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hey, Jim, can you hear me? This is Dean.
Hi, Dean. We can hear you.
I'm a cartoonist in Brooklyn, and I'm going to take you back about 15 years.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Tom and Jerry.
Do you remember? No. Do you remember a show called Bored to Death?
I do. Jason Schwartzman, and I did that with Bored to Death was on HBO. Do you remember that, Dave? It was
yeah.
Jonathan Ames,
Jonathan Ames, who's my good pal.
I didn't know you were in that.
The creator of the show.
Yes, I was in one episode.
And he was and Jim was in the show, and I was the cartoonist that Zach was loosely based on. I did all the comics art on the show.
Oh,
and,
okay.
I actually wanted to ask, like, did you have any fun stories from shooting at that time? Do you remember anything about that?
Here's my fun. I loved Bored to Death. I had one episode. I was supposed to be scene partners with Tom Noonan, who's in Easy Money. If you've seen him, you know. And they wound up for some reason replacing him. So I get to the set and it's Dom Lombardozzi from The Wire, who played Herc, who I was a fucking huge fan of. So I love that show because I became friends with Dom after that, and I got to point a gun at Ted Danson, which was a lot of fun. I think I had a gun I pointed at him and Zach. So yeah, I loved it. Everybody on that set was really great. Jonathan did some weird call at the end of every episode, some like weird Tarzan.
The Harry call.
Yeah,
he calls it the Harry call.
What's his name?
What Jonathan does. Yeah.
This guy's. What is your name, sir? I forgot.
Jonathan Ames.
No, not Jonathan. What is your name?
My name is Dean.
I'm sorry, Dean. I wanted to go like, hi, I'm a cartoonist in Brooklyn. And I wanted to go, Dean, to give you props.
Yeah, but he had
the
no
cartoonist in Brooklyn.
Yeah, there's only one, and it's you, and we're aware of you.
Not like the.
There's only the one.
The only
actually in America,
gender fluid editor in Brooklyn. Hey, so how is the cartoon business? Is it tough?
Dude, it's rough. It's rough, like everybody else right now, Like, who reads comic books? Show me a comic book shop.
But is AI, really stepping on your stuff?
Fair question.
Well, AI is stepping on everybody right now. Really, it's not the AI is a tool. It's people how they use that tool, whether they're shitty or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether they take away your business.
All right, Steve Jobs.
Or use authentic, artists.
No, but I mean, I figured that's one of those things where, that AI can just see a million different types of cartoons and just blip, there's one,
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel for you guys, man.
It's touching up scripts and all. Thank you very much for the call, Dean. Appreciate it.
Only replicate so much.
Thanks, pal.
See how it went from a remembrance to a war on tech. I like that.
I like that too.
You never know where a call's going to go.
You turn that around beautifully. Like it was wrapping up very nicely, and then you really tapped
I didn't know you were
this
big an actor. I didn't know that do you really like acting?
No, I don't.
I hate it,
and that's the beautiful thing is that people don't like my work either.
Yeah, no, I hate it. I'm so glad I never was into that. Could you imagine? 15 hours a day? Jeez.
It's a real. Sometimes I'm on the set and I'll go. It's a real case of hurry up and wait. Everybody gets a kick out of it.
Yeah, I always like to come in with a lot of energy and just sit quietly for the last 10 hours.
Yeah, I find it. It's fun if there's a little looseness, you know what I mean. Louis stuff was always fun to do because it was him and it was
with other comics when I would do with Amy. That was always a lot of fun. But it's kind of like she's just sitting around like a whorehouse. Me? My turn now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not you. Okay, great. I'll wait.
Okay, so what's up?
Yeah, who else we got?
These have been really good so far, Jim.
They're all nice people. They're just
calling
up. They're just don't be. They're just desperate losers. No offense.
No, they're not.
Oh, sorry. I should.
First of all, this only bros call in is the way to do it.
Wait, I think I hear a vagina. Hello? Wait, I think I hear a vagina. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. No, I didn't. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Ronnie. I'm calling from Boston.
Hi, Ronnie. Sorry, I thought you were a woman for a second, but God knows I've made these types of mistakes before.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Dave. I love you guys. Jimmy, I'm actually going to see you at the Wilbur in December. I can't fucking wait.
Boom. Yeah. Now, that's a great one, Ronnie.
It's a good room, yeah.
Awesome room, buddy.
What's up? What do you need, Ronnie? What do you need advice from? You have myself and the great Dave Attell.
Please.
I love you, Dave. So, listen, I'm 30. I have 2 kids, 2 different women. I fucked up and had my first kid really young. I was only 17. But after that whole situation, I said, I'm never going through this again. I love my daughter, but I'm not going through this shit again. I fell in love, went through it again. I'm still with the girl. We have a 2-year-old. We've been together 5 years. But long story short, I told her once we have a kid, that shit changes. You know what I mean? I know you guys probably don't know about it because neither of you have kids. Dave, that you know of. Jimmy, well,
yeah,
Yeah, I can't.
But long story short, I told her shit changes after the kid. She didn't believe me, and now she's aware. And before we had our son, I told her, hey, we should go on trips. We should do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff that we can do that'll be easier without a child. And now that he's here, she wants to do all this shit that I try to have us do before. And it's a little bit fucking difficult. But long story short, I planned the trip for myself next week.
Good
I
for
just
you.
told her about it now. She's pissed, rightfully so. But what can I say to help her ease her mind? You know what I mean? Because she has every right to be mad, but I'm also still going on this fucking trip regardless.
Well, hold on a second. You're going alone, or you're going with your lady and the kid?
What was that?
He
Are
has
you
to go-
going with the whole family or by yourself?
No, it's just me. I'm going to visit family in Chicago. Just
Okay.
myself. It's a 3-day quick trip.
All right.
Well, you're going to come back, right?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, so there you go. So
Unfortunately.
you should tell her right there. It's like, I'm coming back. I'm not going to desert you. And I really don't know. I think he's right. Like, I don't have kids, and I know how hard it is once you have kids. I know, like, for all my friends, when they have kids, they can't do anything. So yeah, this is a tough spot, Jimmy.
Here's what you tell her. You say, look, I'm just acting out my fantasy of abandoning you. Say, like, I want to leave you and I want to leave the fucking kid. I want to feel what it's like to go fuck you and go to the airport. But I'm going to come back in 3 days, back to reality.
Yeah, and I think that, dude, you're 30 years old, right? You got to do things for yourself as well, and so should she. And you should make that part of it. Like, okay, I'm going to go away for 3 days on a little personal trip, and you know, whatever you want to do while I'm away. You know, there's a football team right down the block. I mean, like, whatever you think, as much as
Dominican
you
neighbor.
can handle. Little steps, not big steps, but whatever you want to do. Have the girls over, and does she have friends?
Yeah, she like to cook, make cookies.
No, that's another thing. She doesn't have any fucking friends. I'm her only friend.
See, that's the problem. What
That's
it is
right.
right now, that you're her world. So
Yeah.
you got to get her other interests and stuff like that. And to be honest, I think that communication is the problem here. It's not really going away on a trip.
I don't like having my freedom gone. Like, I get it. Like, if we have a puppy, it's like little. Now you have to consider: does the hotel take dogs? Can we travel with?
Right.
This? I hate anything that fucks with my. When you get to be 50 something and then you get married, you're like, ugh.
Well, that's the thing. When you're so used to being alone,
Yeah.
doing things when you want to do them. Yep, I totally get it.
Do you
But
want-
this
did you ever
guy is
want kids or no?
I
Did you-
do. I would have them right now if I could.
You would?
Honestly, like, I can't see any reason why I'm still doing this. I need a purpose, and like I think this guy, he did the right thing. He's taking care of his kids. And if you have financially stable where you're able to do these different things, then maybe you should basically take her to some of your things that you like to do, and maybe she'll be interested in that, But you should have your own time. I mean, isn't that reasonable to have time just for yourself? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Tell her that. Like, you're sick and tired of this fucking home life, and you just want a couple of days alone. Like, when I go on the road, it's glorious. I fucking log in. I'm on Pornhub. I'm literally,
Really?
my bag is still packed, and I'm already jerking off.
Wow.
It's my time alone. I love it.
Wow.
Good for you, sir. Have a great trip, and make it 4 or 5 days. Show her who's boss. Fucking
4 or
pussy.
5 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Then she'll really miss you.
Yeah, after the kid takes his first steps, tell her you'll come
Did you
back.
say Chicago? I meant Serbia. I would.
Have fun.
That was a good one too.
Thank
Yeah,
you guys.
good
I
for
love
him.
you guys.
God
Jimmy,
bless.
Tough
keep up
spot
the
for
good
the
with the
guy.
show.
Yeah, tough spot. Exactly.
He didn't let us in on the whole story. She's
No, he
an
did
invalid,
not.
and she's a feeding tube.
Yeah, he's got to clean out her diapers.
Yeah,
He's had
so-
enough of this bitch.
You
I don't blame
I'll
him.
leave some food around on the floor. Maybe she'll crawl to it.
Would you would marry somebody who had kids already?
I don't know about that, but
You would have your own.
But the problem with New York is that everybody here is like living out a dream, or everyone has an agenda. And let's face it, I'm not very soft on the eyes, and I don't have enough money to really make that go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a couple million away from that. Like, hey, you know what? He's a nice guy.
Yeah,
he's
you're
old.
gonna pull a Belichick girlfriend.
Yeah, like that guy. I mean, who even knows what he's thinking? But that's what I would do. So yeah. I would do it because I really got nothing else going. I used to be the best loner in the world. Like, I could be alone for days.
Yeah.
Like, just like talking to nobody. And then I guess over the last year or so, it just fell apart on me.
You
So,
just you started to want somebody.
yeah. And you know what? Like, everybody's giving this guy, like her or whatever. It's like, why
love
not?
it.
Why not?
That's very encouraging. It makes me.
It's like beyond encouraging, actually.
Isn't it great? You can be in your 73 and date.
Is that how old he is?
Yeah, and she's she's age appropriate. She's 24, which is
Yeah.
great. God bless. Is that him and her frolicking on the beach? I love it. I love it. Old man with the fishing pole.
That's just the fun they let us see.
That's right.
I mean, it's crazy with the two of them when they're alone. Oh my God!
I
Do
get-
not disturb.
I guarantee she probably spanks him. There's probably some weird shit his team would hate to know about him.
Oh, I'm sure she's screaming at him.
Like, you old fuck. All right.
Like my mom's aide. Pull up your diaper.
Is your mom's aide rough?
Well, they're Caribbean, so you know they don't have this soft. They tell it like it is. They're like pirates, basically. Lilian, you can't put that in your mouth. I'm like, what's
Your
going
son's
on?
penis.
Oh, she doesn't know who I am. Can I call in instead of being on the show? I have some problems. Okay, go ahead. Who do we got here?
Who's on the phone? Hello.
What?
This is creepy.
Yes, whoever
That
just
was
said
creepy.
what? What's your name?
That was really creepy, man.
All right, go Nolan. People just fall apart.
We're pretty much 1 for 1 with these.
Well, we don't have names like on the board, so we don't know their names.
You know what it's kind of like? It's like, those baby turtles trying to get to the sea. There's so many of them, but only a few are actually going to make it to our ears.
That's right. So far, a few have been crushed under fisherman's foot.
It's really tough.
All right, you're on with Dave and I. Hello.
My name is Max.
Hi, Max.
Max.
How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I just had a question for Jim. I saw that you had Neil deGrasse Tyson on,
Yes.
and I thought it'd be really cool if you had Slavoj Zizek as a guest.
Who is that?
He's a philosopher from the School of Lubyansk.
Oh, neat.
The School of what?
He's a philosopher from, I guess that's overseas, correct?
He's kind of a trip. He wrote. He did the documentary "A Pervert's Guide to Cinema,"
Oh,
and
wow.
I think you guys would be a fucking match made in heaven or hell or something.
Maybe. I mean, does he talk about like nudity in films or sexual themes in films?
Oh, this reminds me of my buddy Dave Juskow. He talks about old films and how inappropriate they are.
He's right too. Some of them are. When you look back at certain scenes, like wow, they would never shoot that shit.
Look at him. Where's he from? Can you...
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of
Slovenia.
Gerard
Yugosla-
Depardieu vibe. Makes me like him immediately.
Looks like he runs a ransomware site. Crypto ransomware. How do you know of this
he's
man?
a really interesting guy.
Yeah, you're telling me. Look at that
He's actually
name.
my favorite philosopher. I can't believe I'm on the phone with you guys. This is rad.
That is the appropriate
a little
attitude.
nervous.
You should be.
Wow, cool. And what's
yeah,
his?
he's
Give us the
he's
bullet
a really
points.
interesting guy.
Yeah. What's his
Well,
philosophy?
basically, I kind of discovered him through Ernest Becker, who wrote The Denial of Death. And then my dad was kind of an interesting cat. He was like a punker of sorts and did some kind of interesting stuff. And he got me tripped out on these guys. Sorry, I'm like, can't believe I'm on the phone.
No,
with you
dude, you're
guys.
doing great. You're doing
Great.
great. Take a breath.
Yes.
Breath. Breathe.
Bobo, keep the reverence.
Thank you. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, come on, man.
The adrenaline and coffee hit all at once.
Okay.
But yeah, he's basically he's like a kind of a Hegelian Marxist kind of dude.
Oh.
But he like has a really interesting stance on how people gain meaning in life.
Oh.
And like he wrote a book called The Parallax View, which is or I think that's what it's called. It's basically like we could be looking at the same tree, but because you're 2 feet to the left, you're going to be seeing a different tree.
Standpoint.
Yeah.
And so like his whole like philosophy is kind of like the difference of interpretation and what gives your life meaning, etc.
Oh,
but
I
he's
could
like
use that.
really dark and kind of perverted and cool, and he's kind of like got a stand-up kind of shtick to his philosophy.
Nice.
All right.
I'm going to check that out, man.
I don't know where he is. I don't do phoners. Thank you for the call, sir.
What?
If he's in town, he can come in, and I'd love to have Zizek on, but I don't do phone calls. Like I won't interview somebody on
I
Skype.
understand. I didn't know your crowd was so well read. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
I didn't either, but he was panicking.
Philosophy?
Anyway. I liked it. Yeah, well, we know, but neither one of us knew who Zizek was, and I think you nailed it. He looks like he runs a ransomware site. That was a perfect description.
Zizek. I think my uncle's on that for his phlegmosis. I got to think Zizek. Go ahead.
Yes, whoever's on, whoever needs advice. Or
It's going to be another tough call to follow.
Yeah.
You know?
Hi, this is Travis.
Hi, Travis. How are you?
I love that name.
Yeah,
It's
it's a nice name.
Good.
It's the name of the
looking for
chimp.
advice on,
By the way, it's the name
how
of the
to make
chimp that
my-
attacked that lady in Connecticut. Travis, the chimp.
He's looking for some advice.
Well,
I believe.
often attack balls and faces.
Yes, like a wolf.
But
What's up, Travis?
how to make my wife save money?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What is she spending it on? What is this gal spending it on, and how much is she spending? Quickly.
Amazon, nails.
Yep. Amazon. That's my problem, Travis. Go ahead.
Are you addicted?
Yeah, during the pandemic, it started hard, but like I'm working on this project and I have to buy little things. But yeah, it's amazing how that adds up. So I hear you, Travis.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at a month here with this woman?
Yeah.
We are. It's just me and her and dogs. So we like to take trips. So like to save money for trips, and she has a problem saving for that.
Sure.
I often have to come out the back end.
Oh, so you're the one? Are you the only
breadwinner
in the house?
Oh no, we both work. It's just that at the end of the month, I'm like, I have this much, and she has less.
I would say this, and I mean this respectfully. Put that whore on OnlyFans.
That's pretty extreme, Jim.
Well, she's overspending on Amazon, Dave, and I don't like it. Yeah, my wife does the same thing. It's infuriating to come back and just see package after package of just shit, and it's never practical stuff.
You know what it is? I'm the son of a hoarder. I think I have the hoarding in me, and there's something about like, oh, maybe I can find fulfillment through this or a new nose hair trimmer, something like that'll bring me joy.
Nonsense.
But this guy, they go on big trips, right? Tell us some of the trips.
Yeah, where have you gone, sir?
I've gone all over the world.
So
our next one is to the Dominican Republic.
So she can't delay the gratification for this awesome trip. So that's something you should probably sit down and go like, listen, if you could just cut back in half, like, look where we could go. Or if you cut back in half, this, like, if she has her eye on the prize more, maybe you need to keep reinforcing that like, we are going to go to Haiti. You wanted it, I want it. Sure. And, we're not going to get there, we're not going to be able to zap ourselves there. We're going to have to actually get on a raft and wait for the current, whatever. I don't know where you want to go. You pick it. But I think that's a tough spot, man. I feel for this guy.
I think you nailed
it. Do you have
though.
Arguments? Does it, like, turn into big arguments?
I mean, and the hard part is her job is she's a paramedic, so she's helping people with her job. So it's like it's hard for me to come home and be like, hey, bitch, get it right.
Yeah, exactly. And what do you do?
Jerk off in the corner, like Jim.
Oh, all right. Okay. You were in the cuck chair in the hotel.
So you're a day trader. Is that what it is? Maybe activist?
Gallagher was a big day trader.
I didn't know that.
We interviewed him many, many years ago on the radio on Opie and Anthony, and then I just watched him day trade for 3 hours. He just sat there with cake on him, fucking day trading. It was crazy. He's a smart
guy. Did he make
guy.
money?
He did, but then I heard he lost a lot of money.
He was a complicated guy.
He seemed like a complicated guy, yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. She is a paramedic, so maybe she needs to do that to release steam. I remember I knew a woman who was she would do a medical exam. Like when people die, she would do the death certificate and the stress.
She was a medical examiner.
Yeah, she was the one who would like go to the scene and actually sign the time of death and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes you get there before the police and all that kind of stuff. And just like the amount of stress that those people are under, it's crazy. So that's a tough spot, man. But the fact that you guys do go away, I think that's awesome. You should just try and help her. Like, listen, if we could just save a little bit more, we can have a better trip. I guess that's the way to do it. Yeah,
but I think Dave's right, and she's spoiling your Port-au-Prince vacation.
That trip to Yemen is only a few $100s away.
What are you? I didn't know. You said you're the son. Thank you for the call, sir. You said you're the son of a hoarder. Is your mom or your dad was a hoarder?
No, my mom. I think because we had so many kids and we were also spoiled. Like like one GI Joe. No, everybody has to have one. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So all that stuff. We were like so like sheltered and spoiled and all that kind of stuff. So it's like all that garbage. I guess I got used to having like a lot of garbage around. But in my little house, I have all this. There's also things that you have to have. I have to keep records and all that kind of stuff. And my trophies from my triumphs.
Absolutely. Driver's license, a severed finger.
Just for laughs, of course. I have so many T-shirts and koozies and whatnot. But I hate it about myself. I hate like clutter. So
wait, do you throw that shit out? I save a lot of those T-shirts and stuff from the festivals.
Well, that's the thing. I was like, should I save it for like my niece or something? But the other thing is like I've done that whole like. Drop it off at a shelter, and they look at it like, "Bah, what is this garbage?"
Yeah, I'm not wearing a Bird Cruise shirt.
You're gonna tax it. So that's it. So it sucks.
I'm the same way.
Anyway.
Do we have anybody else? I'm sure we do. I think we've been very helpful so far.
I think so. Or at least we haven't hurt anyone.
That's right. Well, we're still time. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I was really hoping like a woman at this point. I guess not, huh?
No, not with this. Not my audience.
This is a real ski lodge.
Hey, this is Tim.
Hey, Tim, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks. I finally got on. This is great. Jimmy, big fan. Love you. Listen, buddy, this is not my question, but I just wanted to say, Chip's got to come back like once a year or something, man. We all miss him. We all love him. He's the best Dave.
Chips.
Big fan of yours. Used to love Insomniac.
Thank you, dude.
And calling in to say I'm something of an insomniac myself these days, as I just had a baby boy the other day.
Congratulations.
Oh,
And
God bless.
I wanted to see, thank you, sir, little Brooklyn boy.
That's
I'm
nice.
from Boston. Now I have a boy from Brooklyn.
But
I wanted to get you to say what?
No, I was going to ask, what did you name him?
I named him Quinlan. It's an old Irish name.
Quinlan.
That's very Irish.
Wow. Quinlan is his name? Wow, that's cool. That's very...
I
That's
saw
very
him. I said, top of the morning to you, sir. I'll name you Quinlan.
Very House of Dragons. I like that. Quinlan.
Yes, it is. It's a very fucking.
It's
Game of
a
Thrones
girl's
vibe.
name that was ranked. You sure it's not a girl's name?
Oh no.
This is what we're seeing on the Wikipedia here.
Hey.
Quinlan.
Boys, hey,
Quinlan.
That's my son you're talking about.
Quinlan.
Well, is it? How do you-
Quinlan.
Yeah, Quinlan.
That's a sofa coffee table.
And what's his
place.
brother Greenland up to? Go ahead. All right, that's cool, dude. So
okay,
what's
Quinlan.
up? What's the question? Dude?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, my question is, I'm raising a baby boy. It's 2025.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear your thoughts on just raising a good, modern male who's going to be, maybe a good mix of like 20th century masculine with like 21st century, maybe a bit woke, maybe a bit softer. I just want to raise a good guy. I want a good fella here. What's your advice?
Well, sir, first of all, I think I speak for everyone when I say I would wait until the baby tells you their gender.
Wow.
I mean,
that's a
who
long
are
time
you?
for Quinlan.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. How do you raise a kid to be kind of woke or like to have like a progressive?
Is he a white male? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is he?
Well, he's a straight white male, yeah. So he's,
as of now,
well,
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing here. I go assuming.
Exactly. See what he does with the pacifier.
If you really want to keep him out of trouble, and I hate to drop the hammer here, but I would cut his arms off because, well, we can always use a better soccer team here. But, I don't know, dude. That's got to be really tough now with all the stuff that's going on in the world. I mean, you live in Brooklyn already, so he's halfway there, if you know what I mean. I mean, like that's, a whole different situation. But, you know how growing up it used to be, you got to know how to take a punch, throw a knife, fix a tire, all that kind of stuff. I don't think any of that's really important now. I guess, you got to teach them how to, call an Uber.
Or how to listen. How to listen.
Listening is important.
Listening's so important.
But he's a baby right now. He should be talking.
Sure.
So.
Make someone feel heard.
He's got to listen and not judge.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a million books that you can start pumping out to read about that.
What, do you think?
Well, do you think he's racist?
Yeah,
That'd be good. How many days old is he?
Yeah.
Stop it now before he gets out of control.
Exactly. Don't let him see any of them. All right. Well, good luck, sir.
That's another question I think is out of our wheelhouse.
Well,
don't you think?
Sure, but I mean, like any other person, someone says, "What do you think?" Like, I mean, this is what I would
feel
do.
for the guy, man. He must be walking around what do I do? Here I am.
I don't
on the corner of sad and sad out here in Brooklyn, in reparations and guilt.
How do I make this little lad not a racist, but also enough masculinity to not be? He doesn't want a sissy.
Yeah,
you don't want a fucking sissy. I understand. You want it to be like a kid who's compassionate. Just be that way yourself, and that's usually the biggest influence, right? What you see in the house.
Wow.
That's what I would guess.
You spoke to it like a dad who kind of cares.
Well, it's like, who taught you to be racist?
Do what you do.
You did, Dad. It's like one of those.
No, I'm self-taught. So go ahead.
Yeah, me too.
No, I really, my parents were so good. It's a shame.
When did your dad die?
26 years ago. I was 34. And it's funny because I was just out there at the cemetery. I'm the one who goes still to the cemetery.
Yeah.
Just laying next to him crying. For myself, mostly.
Sure.
But it's also showing him my tears.
Were you guys close?
Yeah, but like anything, my dad lost his business, then he lost his house, then he lost his life, and he was that generation, the 50s guys, which is cool because that kind of guy they don't make anymore,
right?
And a lot of just girls I know, I would be like, "What's your dad like?" And he'd be like, "Well, he wanted to be in a band." But it's like the 70s dads, he had to find himself. So he left us for 3 years. He was living in a van. So I'm like, my dad never would have done that. He just went home, took his pants off, laid on the couch and would have flashbacks. That was his vacation. So anyway,
he was old
I miss
school.
him every minute.
You do?
Yeah, it's really tough.
What kind of business did he have?
I grew up in a bridal shop, and I worked there all my, like growing up in a business, a failed business, of course, really kind of breaks the family apart. But I know you were a military brat, right? You moved all over.
No, my dad was Army Reserve. Like he was in the Marines in the '60s. Then he became in the reserve. So he would go on active duty a couple times a year. But we stayed in one place. But the military was not. It didn't affect.
Well, then what's
my
your
life.
Excuse then?
Nobody liked me, so I
But
would
you're
always
so
tell
easy to
people I
make
was
friends
new in town.
You're always so easy to make friends. All right, so what's happening?
Yeah, who's next? Who's on the phone?
Let's end it strong.
Yeah.
Hi, Victoria calling from
Fine,
Illinois. Wanted
fine.
to know where Dave's favorite touring spots.
Favorite touring spots? That is a great question, and thank you, Victoria, for coming on the show, right?
Yeah, we appreciate you, Victoria, a whole big bunch.
Awesome. Well, where do you live? Just general.
Chicagoland, Illinois.
Okay, great. Let's start there. I played Schaumburg out in outside of Chicago. It's more Illinois than it is Chicago. And the Den Theater in Chicago. Have you played there yet, Jim?
I think I did, actually. Is
awesome.
that did they tape an album? Is there a famous record that was taped there?
I think
like
Sam Morrell taped there. I think Godfrey taped there. It's really a cool space. Great location. And I was there last year during Cinco de Mayo, which was nuts. You know what I'm talking about, Vic, right? It's crazy in Chicago during.
Yes, I do.
It was nuts, and we couldn't get around town. They locked everything down. It was nuts. So anyway, Chicago's a great town. Other places I love. Portland, Oregon, I think has the coolest crowds that I've been lucky to be in front of, like in the last couple of years. San Francisco, awesome. Nashville and Austin, also those are big power comedy towns. But I also like the little towns too. I was just in Cincinnati. There was a pretty good show.
I hate Cincinnati. They hated me there. I got heckled by a fat comic.
Well,
some fat lady comic with her mom in the audience.
Oh, okay. Well, to each his own. But
let's not leave Denver out in the cold.
I would say, oh yeah, that's right. The Comedy Works in Denver is another great. That's where I taped my album years and years and years ago. So there's some definitely big comedy towns, but it's really always about the audience. It doesn't matter where you are. And I was telling Jim earlier, it's like the comedy fan is who we all want. The people who know you from a credit or saw you on a this or that, those people are okay. But the majority of them, they're really just there to see somebody they saw. The comedy fan is the one I'm writing the jokes for. So I hope you come out and see me. I got dates all over. And where have you ever been to any of these comedy festivals?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay, well, like Skankfest is pretty awesome.
Skankfest.
Can see a lot of different comics. I know Moon Tower was just in Austin, but I'm a little old for the festivals. But
I don't get invited to them. Skankfest, Lewis still asks me. I just don't like New Orleans. I never enjoyed New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans is a tough town.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't love it. I'll tell you what. I mean, let's not throw Boston in the tea with the harbor.
You're right, Wilbur,
the harbor
Wilbur
with
Theater.
the tea. I meant
That's
I meant to say the harbor with the tea.
That's a great one, Jimmy.
I said
the Wilbur Theater.
Let's not throw Boston in the tea with the harbor. Fucking, I've been doing comedy since 1990. What a fucking non-improver. All right, well, thank you for the call, Vic.
That's a great question.
What are your favorite towns?
How about you, Jim? What's your least favorite?
Least favorite? Cincinnati. Because I
really?
didn't do well there. Didn't like it. I've been back to Kentucky. I love that.
I'm heading there next in 2 weeks. Louisville.
Yeah. I would say Arkansas is okay. I'm thinking of Birmingham. Birmingham's okay. I don't love it, but it's okay.
I used to play there at the Star Dome all the time.
Yeah, I did that recently.
Yep. Oh, you did? How was it?
There's a guy I know. They do a podcast, and then they have you do a contest at the Star Dome, and you headline the contest. Like you just go up and do 20 minutes at the end of the contest. It was actually really fun.
Yeah, that was back in the days, man. It was a real knife fight up there too, because you're in that arena.
Yeah, that is that's like an arena. It's a weird.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Yeah, who do we got? We'll wrap up shortly. Who's on the phone? Vicky with that sexy call in.
Yeah.
Really, what's your favorite city?
She really brought it.
Thank you.
For a while there.
Thank you, Vicky. I don't mean to make fun of you, but it was good to finally have a woman who brought zero feminine vibe to the show.
I have to go soon. I'm on deck at urgent care down the block. Let's hear this call.
Hello. What's your name?
Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, my name's Sean.
Okay.
My name's Sean, and I was going to go back to that guy that said his son's name was Quinlan.
Sir, where are you calling from? You sound like you're falling off a building.
Is that better?
He's calling mid-carjacking. I hear alarms going off. There's weird things. Are you in a safe spot, sir?
Yes. Are you doing the carjacking or are you being carjacked?
I'm wondering. No, I was being held underwater, like being waterboarded.
Don't give my name away. Go ahead.
I was wondering, like, to go back to that guy that said he named his kid Quinlan.
Yes.
I guess my question is, can you out-ethnic another person's ethnicity?
Out-ethnic.
Like, my brothers were all Irish, and they, like, there's Colin, Nora, Declan, Max. Like, you listen to all these names, you're like, who the hell is Declan?
Yeah, like, that's an interesting name.
I don't know what you're talking about,
My main question is, like, can you out-ethnic your name?
Like take it too far. Is that what you're saying? Like too far?
Oh, can you be so ethnically obsessed that your name outdoes it?
Well, first of all, I don't think the Irish are due. Am I right?
I think so.
Yeah, and those names seem to fit. Like they're like ageless for some reason. Like a ruin. You know, like it's like you want to take a look, you want to feel it. You know,
we went the other way.
Rub your hands on it.
My sister's name is LaQuisha. My parents didn't want any of.
I mean, but that's a cool one. Yeah. Look at these crazy names. Liam. Yeah.
Liam is common though.
Yeah, that's true.
Rowan.
Riley.
Seamus,
I love that name.
Ah, yeah, somebody should.
That's a tough name for a child, though. Seamus.
Yeah,
he's full of shame.
He should be. Dirty boy Patty.
And a Brian, of course,
Sounds
a
like
classic
you should
Brian.
be smoking a pipe on the ocean.
All right, sir. Thank you for the call. We'll go to one more. Nothing against you, sir, but we'd prefer not to end on this one. Not that it was a bad.
You didn't have to say that.
I didn't mean to, but I had to say it, sir. We're happy you called. We hope you make it. But as far as ending on this
he
call,
was just trying to
I'd rather cut my own dick off and throw it in the street.
What
All
about
right.
Patty or Clog Dog or look at these
Brian?
names.
That's nice. Brody.
Yeah, Ryan. Okay.
All right. Who's on the phone?
This is Karen.
Karen. Oh no, she's gonna
Hi
complain.
there.
Hello,
Hey,
love.
Karen.
I'm not going to complain.
Okay.
Karen,
Well, sort of.
I love that laugh. It's
My
a great
husband
laugh.
died in
Oh!
2020.
No wonder you're happy.
No, not a smoker. Car accident.
Ouch.
Tracheotomy.
Oh my God! What? Did your neck hit the wheel?
Yeah. Way to go, superheroes.
Wow.
Okay.
I almost got my head cut off of that stupid vet. Anyway, I got a question.
Wow. What a great
Husband
start.
died, remarried, teenager. Teenager hates new husband.
Okay.
Both men. What do you do?
Wow.
Threesome.
This is a tough one. Man, so how many years? 2020.
Same household.
5 years now it's been since the passing, right? 5 years?
Yeah, and I've been married for 3, and these two, they're driving me crazy.
Yeah. And how old's the son? How old's your son?
Yeah.
19.
Oh,
in school
boy.
Full-time, works full-time.
Oh, he's a good kid, huh? And what about the husband? Is he work?
He is a good kid, but they argue like crazy, and it gets violent.
Is it political? Is it political?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't think my new husband has that level of wit.
Okay, good.
Do you think it's weird? Like, I guess because he doesn't want somebody else with his mom because of his dad. But if he died, it's not like you left him for this guy. It's like your father passed away. He's got to expect you to move forward, right?
Yeah, his dad died in front of us.
Oh, God.
On Thanksgiving.
Well, you got to give him that.
Well, how did
geez.
what happened? I have to ask what happened.
Yeah, why not?
Did he choke or heart attack?
It's a car accident.
And, well, no, actually, he had a widowmaker heart attack.
Oh,
Oh,
Kevin
wow.
Kevin
It was
Smith had
instant.
one.
There was no pain, no warning. He just, down he went.
How old was he?
So, he was 52.
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow. Well, you got to give the son a break. I mean, that is sudden. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
But like, this is like another one where it's like, whoa. I've heard about this all the time with like, someone won't accept a new person. But you know, is your son like going to move out? Like, is he going to go to college, away to school, or something like that?
No, he lives here at home. He's in school full-time on scholarship, and then he also works full-time.
Ouch. Well, maybe it's the new element. That's the husband who has to kind of bend a bit to get the kid. You know, can he take him fishing? Can he take him bowling? Can he take him to all these different, like, get-to-know-me's?
Had a catch with him in the backyard.
Yeah.
Do things the kid did when he was 6. Take him to Little League. Teach
Yeah.
him to tie his shoes. Teach him to kiss.
Do they have any kind of similar
Well,
interests?
I've strongly recommended them not to go to the gun range together to bond.
Yes.
I've strongly recommended against that.
I don't know, but boys love guns.
Sure
So
do.
maybe I don't know. Is your new guy? Is he cool? Is he upset about it, or he's just like, I don't need to do anything? This kid either gets me or he doesn't.
To be I want to synopsize. My late husband really imparted upon my son that if anything were to happen to him, he was the man of the house. He's an only child, by the way.
Wow. So yeah.
When my new husband came in, there's this power dynamic that's playing out between the two of them, and it's really, really gotten escalated to where they can't even communicate.
That must, first of all, there's no secrets in the trailer. And, Miss, I don't know how you put up with that. That's got to be very tough.
There's no secrets in it.
Yeah, that's got to be really tough. I think you got to call a timeout on both of them and go like, if you two don't find a way to exist, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm going out of here. I'm taking our T-shirt maker with us. I'm taking the whole business with me.
Whose fault do you think it normally is? You
if
watch
only I was that wealthy, gentlemen.
That's great that you met somebody, but I understand the man of the house thing. I totally get it. Like I would feel that too with my mom. It's like it's my house. This is my mom. It's my job to take care of her. So he's a good son. That's his crime, being a good son.
Who's normally right, Karen? When they argue, you hear the arguments. Who's being more unreasonable?
They're so different in personality. The husband is emotional. My son is more pragmatic.
Okay. Wow. Weird.
Yeah.
I guess so.
You married a real Mary boy, didn't you? You raised an alpha and you married a real beta.
How is he emotional with his hands and feet?
Oh, my God.
I mean, is this a cry for help? Well, you have a great laugh. That means you have a good sense of humor. And in life, that's pretty much all you can do sometimes is just take it with a laugh. But I really hope you find some peace with these men. I mean, like, after a while, they got to kind of realize your son's 19, so he is an adult. And I guess it's really hard when your world's shook like that. But he has to kind of step up, too, and go like, I want my mom to be happy. This guy seems like he's not. I mean, is he a gambler? Is he a drunk? Is he any of the things that you shouldn't be,
He treats you nice?
He's an over-the-road truck driver, so he's really not here all that often. But when he is here, they just clash like crazy.
Well, that's the thing right there. He got to take the boy out on a long-haul trip.
Take him for a truck
ride. They'll get to know
ride.
each other. They'll pull over. They'll fight. They'll fight till they cry. He can teach them how to shower at a truck stop. Number 37. Number 37. He can eat a lonely holiday meal at a counter. He can take him to a Buc-ee's. He can pick out
you
some.
made my day.
He can pick out some chaw at a Buc-ee's. He can find a new Trump hat at a Buc-ee's. Boy, I don't like you. You don't like me, but this man is the only hope this country has.
Oh my God. Thanks, Karen.
I promise you. I promise you. By next year,
gentlemen.
by next year, this time, both your husband and son will be at the border, armed, looking south, keeping us all safe.
That's right.
Thank you. God bless.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you.
Oh, what a delight. God,
that was a great story.
Yeah, her neck get fucked up in a car accident.
And how about this? We've all seen something like that in a sitcom, and it's hilarious. You heard this woman. It's not.
No.
It's not a laugh riot. She's the only one laughing at it.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's no Schneider to come in and
my
save the
husband
day.
died suddenly. I met a long-haul trucker. My son's a computer. What was the story again? Anyway, but they're having problems in that home.
Yeah, they sure are.
I guess who's not going to sleep tonight?
You?
Am I?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, good.
You'll be fine.
No, I don't know.
Dave, what a delight.
Awesome, Jim.
What a fucking delight.
Nobody was more nervous than me. And
I don't know why. You just,
well,
I mean, part of what makes you
when
is-
I used the bathroom, I used your tub.
Oh, that's right. That's normally what we do anyway. We just hang our ass over, shit onto it, and let it rot.
I choked. I didn't know which way to go. It's so beautiful in there.
Is there anything you want to promote? Not that you need this to promote. But
Go to davidtell.com. You can see all my dates. Like I said, thanks to all who come out. It's been, 2025. So far, I'm up and down on it, but I still enjoy doing the shows. I hope you come out. And like anyone else, I'll probably have some content you can watch online. So please check it out. And thanks again, Jim, for having me. You are honestly my top notch. So thanks,
buddy. And I will say, because just to make Dave uncomfortable, I will say my two favorite working comedians are Dave and Colin.
Yeah,
one of the greatest to ever do stand up is
Colin
Dave
Quinn.
Attell. Dave doesn't like it. I don't care.
Like it.
But you are. So the
I'm a
reality is
sham.
this: go see Dave. He's brilliant. And thanks, man. I love
Back
having
at you, Jim. Love your stuff, man.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
The Thank you so much for calling my show. The episode's over, it's time to go. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. I hope everything works out. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out. Good luck, stupid, good luck, stupid. Don't blame me when it doesn't work out.